Up in New England, you say the name Desmond Howard, they cringe. I mean, that's the way it was. The Pats had just gone on like a classic 7-minute drive to get back in the Super Bowl against the Packers. Favre had hit him early with that huge pass play early in the game. And then they had a big debate, and the words were, don't kick it down the middle. And down the middle it went, and then there you went, and the game was over. That was it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
there
sir.
it was. Were you surprised to see it come flying down? Because the word was, don't kick. Parcells' word was, don't kick it down the middle. and down the middle it came.
Down the middle and deep, too. They had kicked it like real high and real short during the course of the game. I remember lining up on the 5-yard line, but then as the ball's in the air, starting to retreat. And I thought to myself, okay, they're going to give us a chance. And then at that point, but Don Beebe was back there with me. We had a middle return, and he started to put his little body through the little wedge, and I put mine through there, and then I saw Vinatieri.
A guy so good like you, when do you know it's a big return? How early do you know it's? Can you see with your vision? Can you see this a big return, or do you have to cut, and then it's a big return?
Well, in the kickoff return, I knew it was going to be a big return once we started to approach the wedge because Don Beebe was in front of me, and there was a little crease.
Right.
And Don, he picked up a block, and then someone like on the right side grabbed my face mask, and I was able to break that tackle, and then I saw Vinatieri. But I just knew just the timing of it. When you kick the ball high and short, you mess up a wedge team's timing.
Right.
So I knew at that point we would have a chance because our timing should be pretty good.
What makes it a big, like, what is it that you see, or what makes a big return? Now, you guys are all talented, some of them like you are more than that, but what is it that has to happen that is going to say, oh, now I know I can see here? Do you need to see daylight? Are you looking for a certain pattern with the wedge? I mean, what are you looking for there as you come forward?
Well, in the kickoff return game, you look. We had wedge returns, then we had man-on-man blocking returns.
Was that a wedge return? That
was a wedge. It was a wedge return.
Right.
And we had some guys who
people don't realize there's a lot of different returns. You guys have a lot of different things you can call on different returns.
No doubt about it. I mean, if you have a very good special teams coach, he's going to mix it up and try to keep the other opponent off balance with what you're doing. So, and you want everything to look similar too.
Right.
So I thought that. So anyway, so what makes it in the wedge return is the guys and the timing of it. And I thought that
you have to hit it just right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you want to hit it too. You can't go up there half step.
No, you got to go hit it.
You got to hit it.
Right.
You can't.
And once you come through the other side, then that's it. With your speed, and you maybe have to beat or make a move on one guy, then you're gone.
Exactly.
And that did break that game open. We're talking with Desmond Howard, who has gone on to a big career on TV and is part of the best pregame show in professional sports. It's better than any of the Sunday ones. It's more informative than any of the Sunday ones. And I don't know if everyone watched it, and a lot of people maybe don't, but the best pregame show on television by far is the Saturday morning football show. It's by far the best show. It's got the best information.
Yes,
there's a lot to cover because there's so many games that day, and there's so many stories. So you can actually have information that people don't have because you cover so many teams. NFL, pretty much everyone knows everything that's going to happen. It's about a little personality or causing some controversy. You're telling stories about people they don't know a lot about. So it's really a very good show.
And that's what we strive to do. We want to bring information to the viewers that they may not know about and that they haven't heard about. And we actually, when I first started, the show was an hour and a half. It's now a 3-hour show, and
it's like an event you guys got going.
It really is. We put people in different locations so they can dig up different information, even if it's like stuff right before the 12 o'clock kickoff. We have a sideline reporter there who's going to feed us things like that. Maybe a guy has a stomach virus and he's not playing, so we like to try to give the viewers information that they not.
And you guys have become like rock stars going to those campuses. They love when you guys show up. Plus Corso with his Lee with his crazy, wacky putting things on his head.
Exactly.
And you don't know what crazy thing he's going to say that day, right?
He's like the lead singer of a rock band.
Right, you never know what the heck Lee's going to say.
Exactly.
Not so fast, right? Not so fast. I've known Lee for 100 years. You never know what he's going to say.
You really don't.
You really don't. He was like that when he was a coach. I mean, you know that. You know that. I mean, you know when he was in Indiana. But
That's
he at least won some games at Indiana. He at least had Indiana competitive. He did a decent job there.
He did.
You got to be happy with them. I think Michigan. Forget Harbaugh. I think Michigan struck gold. I think this guy is the perfect guy at the right time and has the right background to be a big coach at Michigan.
I think he's going to with you more.
I think he's going to be sensational. I really do.
I agree with you.
And he wants to be there. He doesn't want another job.
This is his dream job.
Yeah, he'll be there 20 years.
And that's what you want in Michigan.
This could be the next Botus guy.
Final stop.
Yep,
exactly.
I agree.
And I like the staff that he's assembled so far. I mean, bringing in Greg Mattson from the Baltimore Ravens, defensive coordinator. Greg said, listen, this is the only college job that I would leave the NFL for. You know, Al Borges, the offensive genius that he's bringing in to call the plays. I just like the staff that he's brought in so far. I think it's going to be a tremendous. I think it's a tremendous hire for Michigan.
I got to the point where I couldn't believe it. I mean, we're talking with Desmond Howard. I'm hearing people say, "Oh, Michigan's not a big job anymore." What? How is Michigan? How can, if you go to a place where they get $100,000 for a home game, how is it not a big job? I mean, if you make Michigan the right job, I mean, Michigan can be this idea that Michigan can't be the right job is nonsense. And we all know what you got to do. you got to beat that guy down there at Ohio State. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You know that. You got to be. You know, he's been cleaning up on Michigan. It's funny with that situation.
Yeah,
it's never even.